Hey everyone, how's it going? I am playing World of Tanks again, and I am on Pearl River, in a Tier 10 game in a Tier 8 tank. This is actually a tank I recently rebought. It's the American Tier 8 Heavy, the T32. I originally didn't really like this tank because it has the same gun as the T29 at a higher tier, and it sees Tier 10s. I didn't really think it was that great because of the lack of penetration at Tier 8, but now that I've rebought it and given it a second chance, I'm starting to like it again. Or, not again, but like it for the first time. The first round I load for the game is a premium shell, and then I switch to normal AP after that. And I think that's all I use for the rest of the game is normal AP. And we're on Pearl River, and most of the time people like to camp the bridge, which in my opinion makes this map really boring. I hate playing it when it goes like that. It's just so campy. Because when the two teams are camping the valley, there's only one other path to take, and it's just not fun for me. So anytime a decent amount of tanks push over the bridge, I get really happy. We get to have a nice fight with heavy tanks in this valley here. And since I am in a Tier 8 tank, I'm trying to play support for my Tier 9 and 10 heavy tanks and tank destroyers that came with me over the bridge. And that means trying to track as many as I could. Like that Object 268, which I tracked multiple times to keep him from shooting the E75, who puts in some really good work over in this valley with me and the rest of the team. But now this IS-7 is coming to attack me, and he puts a shot. It looks like he shot right into my gun mantlet, which is the most heavily armored part of this tank. Tier 10 tank destroyers can have a hard time going through the gun mantlet of the T32. Then I managed to side scrape him, and he shoots my tracks. And I'm trying to get out of the way as much as I can to let the E75 behind me shoot at this IS-7, who I can't explain what happened here. He just rolled out into the line of my friendly tanks and just dies. I managed to keep him tracked, and my friendly tanks just take care of him. I don't see what the point of that was. But we've pretty much won the valley. There's only a low health E75 and WZ 111. And I pretty much don't do very much for the rest of the game. I managed to shoot at the side of the E75 turret, which I guess was at a bad angle because it ends up bouncing. But that's the only real downside of the T32 in my opinion, is the 198 millimeters of standard penetration, which isn't very good. And it doesn't really have the accuracy to snipe at weak points at long range either. But it's pretty mobile, and the turret is great. And, like, the gun isn't bad. It's just not as good as other Tier 8 heavy tanks. So you just have to really hunt for shots and carry a few premium rounds in case you need to engage Tier 10 tanks from the front. And now it's just cleanup time. The only damage I end up doing after the fight in the valley is taking a shot at one of the Batchat arties, so I'll fast forward to the end and show you the after battle results. So from that game I was able to get 3,258 experience, which was doubled with a premium account, and I picked up the sniper medal as well. I ended up getting top experience, as well as finishing second on damage in a tier 8 in a tier 10 game, but that's mostly because the only tanks I was shooting at and damaging were tier 10 tanks, so I got the experience modifier for shooting at tanks above my tier. I only took 2 damaging hits, one from the Object 268, which took a lot of my health, as well as one from the WZ-111, and I ended up with 1,646 spotting damage because I was pretty far forward in that match, so that means I was proxy spotting a lot of the enemy tanks that we were fighting. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and maybe I'll catch you next time. Happy hunting.